Welcome back to the channel. MotoGP has just written a brand new chapter in its history. After more than 30 years, the championship finally returned to Hungary, this time at the brand new Balaton Park circuit. And what a debut it was, full of drama, penalties, crashes, strategy calls, and a championship picture that keeps shifting. Let's break down the weekend. Qualifying started in unusual fashion. Big names like Bagnaia, Bezzecchi, Martin, and Di Giannantonio all had to fight their way through Q1. Out of that group, only Bezzecchi and Di Giannantonio managed to squeeze into Q2. But Q2 itself brought more chaos. Acosta crashed at the very beginning, leaving him on the back foot for the rest of the weekend. Meanwhile, Marquez delivered a brilliant lap and claimed pole position. Both Alex Marquez and Jack Miller were handed three-place grid penalties, which immediately shook up the starting order. The sprint race was action-packed right from the start. At turn 1, Fabio Quartararo braked too late, ran wide, and pushed Bastianini off the track. This caused that a few corners later Bastianini crashed into Zarco, ending his sprint early. At the front, Marquez took control and led the race with confidence. Surprisingly, Honda showed flashes of form, running in 4th and 5th positions during the early laps. As the race settled, Acosta crashed again in the middle stages, cutting short what could have been a recovery. Both VR46 riders, Di Giannantonio and Morbidelli, capitalized on the chaos and finished on the podium alongside Marquez. Sunday's main race had a calmer opening, but with an interesting twist. Riders split on rear tire strategy, setting up different approaches for the long run. Di Giannantonio, however, didn't even start from the grid. He had to begin from pit lane. Bezzecchi got away well and took the lead early, while Marquez slipped back to third. From deep in the pack, Jorge Martin charged through the field, going from 16th to 7th in the very first lap. As the laps unfolded, Marquez showed his race pace. First, he hunted down Morbidelli for second place, and then he set his sights on Bezzecchi at the front. Marco fought hard, but Marquez eventually found a way past. This was another step forward for Bezzecchi, who seems to be improving race by race. After his strong Austrian GP, this Hungarian round proved he's becoming a consistent podium threat. Not everyone had it easy though. Fermin Aldeguer, who impressed in Austria, crashed out this time. And once again, all eyes turned to Pedro Acosta. Despite his qualifying crash, he showed brilliant pace in the race. He battled Bezzecchi for second place, overtook him after a small mistake from Marco, and began chasing Marquez, though by then, Marc had already built a comfortable gap. It's hard not to think, if Acosta hadn't made that Q2 mistake, we might have seen a real fight for victory. At the checkered flag, it was Marquez taking a commanding win, Pedro Acosta in second, and Marco Bezzecchi in third. Jorge Martin finished fourth, just off the podium, but finally a good race, a good pace, and a lot of points for Aprilia. Bagnaia had a nightmare weekend and could only manage 9th place after his poor performance in qualifying. Currently second in the championship, Alex Marquez ended up only in 14th place. So, what does this mean for the championship? With this victory, Marquez now holds a massive 175-point lead in the standings. That's dominance at another level. Behind him, the battle is heating up. Marco Bezzecchi continues to close the gap to Bagnaia, making the fight for third place one of the key storylines as we move deeper into the season. The Hungarian GP at Balaton Park had everything. A historic return, unpredictable drama, and more confirmation that Marquez is on another planet this year. But the real intrigue might be the riders behind him. Acosta showing raw speed, Bezzecchi growing stronger every race, and Bagnaia struggling to find consistency. That's it for Hungary. What did you think of the new track? And who impressed you the most this weekend? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more MotoGP breakdowns.